Hello, inspired thinker. Here we are, the beginning of September. The back to school energy is around us, and I think it feels different this year. And I want to give a big shout out to the educators who are with us in the Inspired Results community. I see you, I appreciate you so much. And I know that you are entering another uncertain, overly complicated year of educating students. And as a parent and community member, I want you to know how much we appreciate you. And I know your heart is all about the kids and wanting to make this year as normal and productive and educational for them as possible. So I just wanted to start by letting you know my heart's with you this week as you welcome your new classes, and we love you and appreciate you. So I am also, I can tell, like feeling emotional today, and I just wanted to share with you a couple of things. I am dropping in to the newsletter this week an inclusion video that just came on my radar that really touched me. And I think it's such a beautiful resource, and I wanted to make it available to you. One of the leadership roles I've taken on with the faculty at the Royal Roads community is to be part of a diversity, inclusion, equity committee to bring more learning to the executive coaching program. So I'm really fortunate to work with a small team there who are teaching me so much. And when this video crossed the radar, I wanted to share it with you because it really expanded for me how I think about the complexity of creating inclusive communities and inclusive moments and inclusive interactions. So please watch the video below. I know it will touch you as deeply as it touched me and raised my awareness. And now I want to think differently about how I am paying attention and how I'm showing up. So I hope this video is a useful resource for you, and it's in the public domain. Feel free to share it in your spheres of influence in your communities with your team. Let's continue to talk about inclusion at a time when it feels like we are so divided in these black and white paradigms that don't do it for us. They don't do it for me. We are super complex as people, and putting us in boxes and pitting us against each other is not helpful and not what we need right now in the world. And as leaders, I think we need to dial up the inclusion, dial up the compassion and the empathy, and be willing to listen to each other with open hearts. Now, I'm excited because this Friday we're kicking off the master classes again after a break over the summer, and so excited to introduce you to my amazing sister, Denise. Denise is the CEO and founder of Engaged HR. She is a very well-respected HR professional. She's a real leader in the field of HR. And we have lots of areas where our businesses intersect and lots of things that are different, of course. So when she and I were talking about kind of what's going on in the world right now and how workplaces are impacted, we just got into this great conversation. And so to give you a sneak peek, we were talking about like looking at the last 18 months and recognizing kind of change theory and the different phases we've been through. We've been through a grief phase early in the pandemic when we recognized things were changing and we were grieving so much. Social connection, workplace connection, ways of working were different. So there was a lot of grief going on, not to mention loss and personal loss. So there was a grief phase, and that, for me, the grief has come and gone throughout the 18 months. All that to say, I'm sure there'll be more grief to come. So first phase-ish, grief. And then Adam Grant labeled the last fall and over the winter kind of the languishing phase, like, things aren't moving forward. We're just kind of existing until this pandemic's over. So he labeled the languishing phase, which is kind of the in between phase. And now there's talk about the great resignation. And Denise and I want to reframe this as the grand reinvention. So as we start to emerge, move forward, things look and feel different. It's an opportunity to reinvent rather than resist what's ahead. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about reinventing ourselves as people, reinventing leadership, and reinventing the workplace. And we'll share stories about our own reinventions to bring, make that relevant. And we hope that it'll inspire some thinking for you around the grand reinvention for you in all the places that you show up in the world. So I'm excited to be back with you. We have an exciting fall ahead. The Inspired Leadership Program doors are open. I just love, love, love this curriculum and the people it attracts. If you're interested in joining a group of curious, open-hearted leaders and navigate this fall season in community, then please join us. Book a call with me and I'll tell you all about it. We've got Dare to Lead also coming up starting October 18th. So lots of offerings. I just love being with you all in these learning containers, and I can't wait to connect with you soon. Take care. Stay open. See you soon.